Hey everybody, Orpheolus here. Welcome back to some more Super Mario Odyssey. Last time, we confronted Bowser at the top of Bowser's castle, and he fled off to the moon. This time, the Odyssey is complete. A full moon. Blob Bowser is not getting away. We'll chase him all the way to the Moon Kingdom. Come on, let's save those blah blah too. Well, don't you look dapper. Those blah blah 2 must be over there. No time to dilly-dally, let's go. Welcome to the final kingdom. The Moon Kingdom. First thing to note, you are as light as air. Hooray for less gravity on the moon. So your height is going to be super high. First thing to note though is that there is a moon right behind the Odyssey. Yeah, gravity is greatly reduced, so you gotta be more on your feet when it comes to platforming so you don't go off the edge. And this will lead to some interesting skips you can do here on the moon. First thing to note though is that the currency here are star bits, akin to Mario Galaxy, since Mario Galaxy takes place in space. Yeah! Moon on top of the moon. So this entire game has been one build up to the moon. Every single kingdom, the moon is present. You collect moons. Your Odyssey fills in like different phases of the moon. The moon has been the gigantic build-up of the entire game. And then here we are at, well, the final area, the moon. So, the main thing about the moon is lower gravity. There we go. That means that you'll be falling a lot slower, so you got to time your jumps appropriately. So, right up here, if it'll let me land. Yeah! Along the cliff face. So, jumping up to the top here, you get yourself some more star bits. So that's it in that section. So you don't need to collect any more moons. There's no more moon requirements. So you're just good to, well, head right to the chapel. But I'm 100% completionist, and a masochist, and all that fun stuff. So I guess going on forward throughout the moon, there are a lot of, little nooks here and there. The moon I like, but at the same time, it's definitely a boring palette-scape, but it's actually more of a realistic moon compared to, like, the other moons in other Mario, and I guess the Galaxy games, which is vibrant, full of life. Here it's desolate. So, we have ourselves a long jump challenge. Be sure not to fall to your death. Thankfully this one is pretty easy to do. Yeah! So not really that bad. So next up, we have some more snakes here. Some moon snakes. And somewhere in one of these... Oh yeah, they also move around. In one of these craters, I don't remember which one it is. Is it this one? Nope, more coins. Nope, I was actually correct the first time. It was actually on the ledge here. Somewhere. Yep, the last 8-bit Luigi. Well, there's one more that... There's one more, I guess 2 more 8-bits, but... For all intents and purposes, that was the last 8-bit Luigi. Some more coins to, well, wrap things up. So, continuing on our exploration through the kingdom. A lot of empty space. There's not really too much here. First thing to note, though, is that you got rabbits once again. Descending ever so slowly. Lunacy! There we go. So, the next course of action is going to be on top of this ridge here. Go ahead and jump up to the top. There we go. I know, I've actually been neglecting a lot of my fancy movements throughout the game. I don't know, I kind of recorded a lot of this game at once, so... What's your hint? Alright, dive! Yeah, here's a hint. In the final area that I've been doing for so long ago. Anyways, coming up a little bit further, we have ourselves new enemy, Astro Lancers. Pretty much the same thing as your regular Lancers. Well, I guess the boss Lancer. They shoot out some homing stuff, and they are flying around. Ground pound the top of them to kill them. Relatively easy, all things considered, and kind of boring. So yeah, so there is no hints for the moons. Just gotta do them. Which I really don't mind. At the same time, So, we arrive here at 20. So I want to be sure I do get all the coins, because you can get all the coins in one go. So, Ringing Bells Plateau. So this entire area, its theme is Honeyloon Ridge. That's the name of the region. Which is also a joke kind of in terms of weddings, because honeymoon, honeyloon. And also Luna. So yes, the entire game's been building up to the moon. So just lining things up and long jump. Pretty easy. Not too bad. Yeah, in terms of difficulty, I'd say the regular part of the moon is one of the easier kingdoms. You have a lot of freedom of error. So, next up, we have ourselves a rocket flower here. We are going to take, jump, and you get a lot of free momentum. Open this up for another moon. And now for the last purple coins you'll find here, I guess purple star bits. Right behind the chest, 3 more coins. Those are very well hid. Just taking the rocket flower and hopping on across, and we're good here. So yeah, so your stuff will be pretty far, and Bowser's tracks have gone further. I made a mistake, but I'm gonna live with it. Alright, perfectly good. So, you're here at that hole. Watch out! This hole's back here is really deep. Indeed it is, which we will save for just a little bit. We got another Lancer here. And we're going to avoid. Get this last star bit. Curse you, low gravity. And kill him. So, next up is something major. And that is probably the greatest skip of the game. We have a Sphinx here. He will not let you answer. However, though, I am not any good at the skip. Like, I was able to get it. I'll try it a few times. Alright then, so it's not really triggering for me. What you do is that you ground pound on top of the Sphinx head. Just trying to get a good angle. You just need as much height as you can. You, like, ground pound on top of the Sphinx head, throw your cap, jump out, try to grab one of those ledges there, hop up to the top, and you'll be able to get the skip. it's kind of difficult. Yeah, it's one of the skips that if you want to speedrun Odyssey, you have to do this. I'm not going to focus too much because there are some moons in the next area that I do need to get. But it is one of the hardest skips to do, and if you can do that, congratulations, you save like 5 minutes at least. So, welcome to the underground moon caverns. The gravity here is normal. And then Bowser here is also here. Here, the gravity feels normal in here. It's supposed to be the final challenge. The final level, Bowser's Galaxy Generator, all that fun stuff. So there are quite a few moons in here. Now I'd recommend getting them all first try. So next up, down here, Paragoombas. We haven't had much interaction with these guys before. I think so, but I don't remember. The first thing to note though is that dodge things around and look around. I don't think there's anything off the beaten track right now. Yeah, it's in the next section, so taking out the Sherms. Darn it. I'm going to take you though. And blast you ahead for a very, very useful life crystal. Trust me, this will be super useful because, well, this area is really difficult. And very worthwhile for a true final challenge. So, what you want to do next is go underneath this bridge. Really hard to see. There should be some coins in there. Then head across this section for a hold the blast open. Before we do so though, I just remembered something. There's a hole right down here. Leads to a key. So, get the key, blast on out, let the camera panic, because it doesn't know what it's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, that's the first section. A hole in the magma. So taking the power lines up to the next sector, we have ourselves an auto-scroller with Hammer Bros with very dashing caps, if I must say so myself. So, I'm going to take one of these. Yeah, so we got the Hammer Bros. So you don't really need the Hammer Bros, but definitely makes this next sector easier because, well, a lot of rocks reminiscent of the cheese. Yeah, very cool using all the captures of the game, including some new ones, in, well, one final challenge. So blasting this little area open. That's it there. So we're done with you. Next up, we have ourselves Tropical Wigglers once again, in a not-so-tropical location. So we need to avoid these. Very nice. So what you want to do is stretch on ahead. It says stretch on ahead. Stretch on ahead. There we go. And then coming over to this area for some more purple coins. This is where a lot of the remaining purple coins are. It is inside here in the this cavern. So we're down there. Next up, heading along the pathway, pulling things out, Bonsai Bill. First thing that we're going to do with Bonsai Bill is take him all the way back to the start. Hold Y to accelerate and shake some more. If you don't shake, you probably won't be able to make it. So blasting our way open for a pretty well hid moon here. Yeah. Fly to the treasure chest and back. Except not really. So that's our first one there. I am going to take me a death warp though, because there's some purple coins along the pathway. This one I don't know what's the intentional way of getting here, other than using a Bonsai Bill. So, take this here. Got 3 more coins. And now we need to find a way back. You could probably just go through the section once again. So I'll see you guys back at the Bonsai Bills. Well, so much for doing things the fancy way. Wouldn't let me disengage. Meh. So back here in the Bonsai Bill section, we got some rocks here. And then this section, I don't know how to do intentionally. So the first thing to note, though, is right behind this wall, you got some coins, or you get some barriers. Next up, I don't think there's any other bills. Oh, he does come around? No, not enough range. Okay, so I don't think these guys have enough range to really do much. Well, I don't have my heart anyways. So I'll take the Death Warp and take the Bonsai Bill back. Alright, back here in Bonsai Bills. You're going to take these bills. Take out those guys. Continuing on the pathway. Why didn't you jump, Mario? Alright, back here in this section. I'm gonna head and take this to the backside. So right down here, there were some purple coins underneath here that I got while getting over. And right here. Yeah, on top of the cannon. So we got to, I guess there's a cannon back here. Can take him. And I guess finish out the section. So that's it for the Bonsai Bills. Thankfully, there's a lot of landmarks here. So here you got a Moai. Use this to briefly gain the location of things. So, with that all done, there's some power lines there. Just be sure you get that. So, final section before the boss fight. We have ourselves a new enemy, Sergeant Chuck. A very prominent enemy in Mario games, so press Y to charge, hold up, let it go. You cannot jump, so that does kind of suck. So next up, we're going to take the pathway over for another Sergeant Chuck. And then blast on across for 3 more coins. There's only 3 left in the kingdom, and I know exactly where they are. We have a long charge up, so charge! Just keep on blasting all the way through. Very nice. So, that's that there. Let's take this up to the last platform. Do you remember me? You were ever so rude to me back in the Cascade Kingdom. In fact, you were quite rude to all my darling blah 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 Broodals, which is why we're all here now. Now, I do believe it's lunchtime for my nearly powered up Chain Chompkins. So we aren't done with our refights yet. So here we got Chain Chompkins once again, with more hats on to knock off. So upon blasting them all off, we gotta go ahead and take Chain Chompkins away, and really the same deal as she was back in Cascade. So yes, this boss fight is long and annoying, and really I don't like the refight. Now, as a bit of a spoiler, you don't really get much of anything for beating her, which does make the Moon Kingdom skip all the more lucrative. So, avoid Madame Brutal's attacks, send it back. Just like that. 2 down, 2 hits down, 1 to go. There's Rule of Mario, 3 hits. Alright, so Chain Chompkins has a lot more caps now. So auto hit is very nice. Do 3 hits. Alright then. So with that all done, let's go ahead and avoid our attacks once again. This time takes 3 or so, and send it back. And you don't even get a star for that. That's a lot of coins, which, really? What's the point? A boss fight that really sucked in the first place. And then, not even given a reward. No wonder why people skip the entire section. So, with that all done, you're right here at the top. Also, if you were to ever go through, you would have to refight Chain Chomp Madame Rude once again. Every single time you go through the cavern, you have to fight her. Even the back way, she respawns. I really don't like her, so with that all done, we've managed to conquer quite a good chunk of the Moon Kingdom. And the bell tolls. Next time in the finale of Super Mario Odyssey, we confront Bowser at the Wedding Chapel. I will see you all then.